What's up, Cryptoverse? It's Crypto Phoenix back here with another video, this one specifically for the quantum community. It is the 19th of June and we are at 288 billion market cap. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the Fireside chat between Jordan Earls and Paul Brigner at Georgetown University for the Chamber of Digital Commerce. And what Jordan talks about is DGP, which is of course Decentralised Governance Protocol, the x86 planned release later this year, and the prototype being released in a few months. So this is good because we at least have some kind of ballpark figure to work with. So we can expect some serious price movement over the next couple of months, just based on these few things alone. However, he also mentions QTUM X, which is the enterprise version of this, being ready in early 2019. So this is really good news in itself. There's a few other nice takeaways from this interview in relation to IoT devices and that sort of stuff. And in a whole, I thought it was a pretty good interview from Jordan. So the next thing we're going to talk about is QTUM being one of the only blockchain technology companies that is actually a part of the trusted IoT Alliance. So what that means is there's a bunch of really reputable companies such as Bosch and Cisco that are directly involved with regulations and governance relating to the data for IoT. And this is really big because there are these companies getting together to decide how this framework is going to look, and QTUM is one of the only blockchain members that are part of this group. You don't see Ethereum in this group, you don't see Bitcoin. You do see VE Chain, which is nice, but QTUM is in here, and Patrick Dye is having consistent input onto how this framework is going to look. This is particularly important when you consider organizations like Coinbase that are looking to bump up their listings of different coins. At the moment, they have a very limited offering for the public. There's been a little bit of talk the last couple of months about QTUM being added to Coinbase. So the fact that QTUM is a member of the Trust Alliance itself gives weight to the fact that they could potentially be very high on the listing for Coinbase. So if that happens, we will see a big boom. I would estimate that there is quite a lot of work being done behind the scenes with QTUM and exchanges and over-the-counter type companies. So this would be one to watch. I think it will happen, but when is the question. So the next exciting thing to look at is the growing number of DAPPS being developed and supported underneath the quantum blockchain. As you can see, we've got around about 50 that are in motion. Some of them are live. And some of these particular projects like Pundi and BitClave, Bodhi, Space Chain, QBAO, Enigo, and Inc. all have extremely good value propositions in themselves. Personally, I am really excited about QBAO because of their links with additional nodes, and Baofeng being the largest provider in China for the video space and the search space. This in particular is their flagship for me, and I think it's an excellent opportunity coming in the future. I just want to remind everyone how important this partnership with Baofeng really is. I mean, we know there's a lot of Chinese government regulation crackdowns and all this kind of stuff, but the video portal giant Baofeng have signed a contract and a partnership with QTUM to run 50,000 full nodes. And at the moment, we're about 6,000 or 7,000. Did I say 6,000 or 7,000? I meant 6,569. Anyway, the purpose for highlighting this is it's really important for quantum investors and the community to understand that you can't just get 50,000 full nodes up and running just like that. It's a bit of a challenge. So what Baofeng and QBAO essentially are doing is they're on-ramping their customer base into these wallets over time. And so this is going to expand the network. It's in progress. Have faith. The really next important thing to re-mention is QTUM's Hackathon. So this is going to be going for 3 months, and you're going to get a lot of traction and adoption from developers that are going to look to improve the code base and everything surrounding this space. So this, in a sense, is a really good move from the guys. I'd like to hear some more news about it. If anyone has anything on it, please respond to this post or this video itself, so that we can get some more information. Because I think, honestly, part of the issue that we have as quantum investors in the English community is that we're unaware of a lot of the things that happen over in Korea, China, Singapore, and the Asian-based countries. So if we can start to get some more traction and information filtering through from that side, I think it'll really help us understand, the full roadmap of where things are moving. So it would seem to me that we're coming off the edge of an ABC correction from an Elliott wave. Our accumulation distribution at the moment is extremely low. We're sitting almost close to -5 million. Our stock RSI on the one-day chart is extremely low in itself, and volume has decreased significantly since we hit the A of the ABC correction. So in terms of quantum versus Bitcoin, we're starting to see support around this margin, and honestly, I think it's probably going to hit around about the 1452 Satoshis, and then we're going to bounce. So in all likelihood, this is probably going to end up being somewhere around about July. And honestly, I think we have huge amounts of things to be excited about. There are so many developments in place that are moving forward that we have. We have some news about that they're in motion, but we don't actually have any tangible information. So we can just make peace with the fact that they are happening. My guess is July is going to be a massive month for quantum. Based on how these charts are lining up and all of the information that we have, some of that I've shown. I don't want to rehash over all of the existing stuff, but just the information that's prevalent. The point is, we're in a massively downtrending market, and at $288 billion, it looks like it's pretty much hit the bottom. And to me, it looks like, from looking at other coins and everything like that, it seems that everybody's waiting for July. We'll have a new financial year. It'll be a clean slate. And I think that's the time where major things will come into play. And, it would be really clever of the guys at Quantum to not be putting out major releases for things when people don't have money to invest. In my opinion, there's no point releasing massive news in a downtrending market, because you're realistically not going to get a lot of new investors coming on board. So I think this is actually a clever move. I think this is one of the reasons why we haven't seen nearly as much information come out about Quantum, and they're not really making huge waves yet, because the money isn't there. So I think in a way they're looking after their long-term investors, and when the timing's right, be it July, be it August, whenever it happens, I feel like it's July, we will have some major movement, and it'll be the good times roll. So thanks for watching. Tell me what you think. Give us a like, subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video and want to see others. Please share your comments and what you think about my opinion on this, and I'll see you in the next video.